camp, going to a league, whatever it might be, going to a tournament. This is what it's here for 32 minutes. It's up to you guys, okay?
That was moments ago in the Staples locker room. Lynn Peterson getting his team mentally ready for the big showdown. It's the Section 6A championship game. You are looking live inside the Cobber Fieldhouse in Moorhead, Minnesota, on the campus of Concordia College. Tonight, the Morris Tigers or the Staples Cardinals will earn a berth to the state Class A tournament next week in the Twin Cities. Good evening, everybody. Ed Schultz along with Denny Anderson and Dana Mock. Glad to have you aboard in our 10th year of primetime Minnesota basketball coverage. And if I can steal one cliche in the sports world, I'm going to use it. We think we got the makings of a great one tonight. An undefeated Morris basketball team and a team from Staples with extraordinary tradition. Denny Anderson, both these coaches combined for more than 400 wins in their coaching careers. And they've got enough talent where it would be remiss for me to think that one of these teams would get away from another one. I think we're going to go to the wire tonight.
Two great teams, Ed, two great coaches. There's no doubt what you want in your section tournament is two best teams in the section, and we got them here tonight.
Dana Mock at courtside. Tonight, I think we're going to be looking at the pressure of a sophomore. Can Kevin Logie show up again the way he did the other night with 29 points?
Kevin Logie is just a sophomore, Ed, but it was a year ago that Morris set its sights in this tournament again when they lost to Staples in the semifinals by 21 points. Someone's going to the state tonight, someone's going home.
Let's go to the starting lineups for tonight's game. Our PA announcer, Sean Lockhart.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Concordia Memorial Fieldhouse and Auditorium, and to the Section 6A Championship Game. Tonight's matchup features the Morris Area Tigers and the Staples Cardinals. And now for the starting lineup. Starting at guard for the Morris Area Tigers, a 6'1" junior, number 14, Zach Witt. Starting at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 20, Jeff Klein. Starting at forward, a 6'2" sophomore, number 34, Corey Schmidtgall. Starting at forward, a 6'3" junior, number 40, Jason Asmus. And starting at center, a 6'8" sophomore, number 44, Kevin Logie. The Tigers are coached by Mark Torgerson. And now for the Staples Cardinals. Starting at guard, a 5'9" junior, number 3, Cy Bestland. Starting at guard, a 6' senior, number 4, Trevor Peterson. Starting at forward, a 6'2" junior, number 21, Blaine Yeager. Starting at forward, a 6' freshman, number 22, Eric Kelly. And starting at center, a 6'5" senior, number 42, Paul Gorton. The Cardinals are coached by Lynn Peterson.
And both these teams have not only dabbled with the term March Madness, they dove in head first. And they have both made a big splash. The numbers: Morris at 26-0, Staples at 22-4, and Denny, both teams that score a lot of points. I'm really impressed with that shooting percentage, not only from 2 points, but also the shooting percentage from 3 points. Here's how they got here. Morris beat Eagle Valley, and Staples took care of business against Rothsay. A year ago, Staples embarrassed the Morris Tigers in the semifinals. Tonight, they meet for the right to go to the state tournament. It's championship time, and we're ready to go. Going to be a heck of a battle inside between Paul Gorton and Kevin Logie. Logie, the highly touted sophomore at 6'10", Gorton, the cagey veteran. And it comes off to the Morris Tigers. Zach Witt. They're going to put Beslin on Witt to start the game, and Peterson is going to work up against Lacey. Inside, quickly, Logie. They run him so well along the baseline, that's going to give the Cardinals trouble all night. Coach Peterson said we're going to have to play behind him because if we play in front of him, they're still going to get the ball, and then he's just going to rebound. Across the lane, Gorton saves it. Peterson over Logie. He averages 3 blocks a game. There's one of them. It's a great statistic. 3 blocks a game. That's a lot of blocks. Logie, they double him up. Good and physical matchup inside. Off to Peterson. Shot by Beslin, it won't go, and it comes off to Logie. It's definitely Staples' game to put up the outside shot. Schmickdahl. And the Tigers are feeling the momentum early on. This is Peterson. Peterson, an excellent player. Klein will work on him. This is Beslin. Nice pass, Gorton, but rejected by Logie. He's already had 2 block shots, Ed, and we just got going. Both off of Gorton. Logie won't go this time. Witt. Morris. They have come to play. We got a bunch of great athletes from both teams out here tonight, and Morris is really loose and doing what they want to do right now. Peterson for 3. Brick. Asmus clears it away. Zach Witt. I think Trevor is a little tight on that. He'll loosen up. He's a great player. Gorton obviously going to have his hands full tonight. From the corner. Can't get it to go. Peterson. 5:30 remaining. First quarter action. Staples still looking for points. Yeager. He was in foul trouble the other night, and his shot seems to be off right away. Witt clears it away and controls for the Tigers. Morris is playing some real solid man-to-man, and that's just tough. How do you deal with it? We're going to see Lynn Peterson changing his defense. He'll change it up. He'll start zoning them, trying to keep him from the ball. And the first foul of the game called on Jeff Klein. Dana, this is something that the Cardinals are going to have to get a hold of quickly.
Well, the Cardinals have to start hitting their outside shots to be effective in this basketball game. And what a reversal from a year ago. Staples getting off to the great start last year. This year, it's Morris, and they mean business.
Staples 0 for 5 from the field here in the early going. Gorton denied by Logie, and the scramble still comes off to the Cardinals. Gorton gets it back up top to Yeager. Yeager, the most experienced player on this team. Kelly, down low to Yeager. They found a way. Playing like they're undefeated. They lead it, and we'll be back. Logie with 7 points and doing it at both ends of the floor, Coach. Look at the great timing. I mean, he didn't go up there and pin it when Gorton had the ball yet. He lets him let go of it, and then it's a block. inside points. The Tigers 8, the Cardinals 2. Lynn Peterson is really going to have to X and O now. His team is going to have to show a tremendous amount of patience. Bestlin on the wing against that tough man-to-man. Trevor Peterson. He won't let his dad down. He drills the first 3 of the ball game.
Lynn set that up. He definitely set that up in a timeout. Get it to the weak side for 3.
Schmigdahl won't go. Big forward by Yeager. Here come the Cardinals. Yeager in traffic over Logie. Big rebound, Gorton. He's fouled. That's going to be on Andy Tate. Now, Gorton had to have learned a lesson the first few times down the floor. If you're going to put back, you got to do it quickly against this kid.
Exactly, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if that would have gone in if we'd have just let it go, because he's intimidated in there, and you're bound to be. This guy is something. He's a man mountain in there.
Gorton misses the free throw. Highly unusual. Now, Denny, let's take a look ahead. How good is this Logie? We're talking Division I material?
He's definitely Division I material. Definitely.
And only a sophomore. 2 missed free throws by Gorton and company. Keeps it at 11-5. Tigers lead. Inside, Logie. Nice touch.
He has got great touch, Ed.
He's got 9 points with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It'll stay with the Cardinals as Andy Tate goes out of bounds.
Let me tell you, he's not alone out there. Young Tate, sophomore, comes in here. What an athlete he is. He won the state Class A cross country this year. We're talking about athletes here.
We're talking about possibly seeing the Tigers on down the road a little bit more in the primetime coverage.
Wow. Juniors, sophomores. 3 sophomores out there right now and a junior.
Kind of limits your preseason talk to the boosters when they start talking about section championship.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeager. Air ball by Kelly. Here comes Zach Witt. Logie. He's fouled. That's going to be on Gorton. Dana Mock at courtside. What was said in the huddle? A great start for the Tigers.
Lee Peterson told his team first defensively, we're switching to a zone. Offensively, just because Logie has a lot of blocks, don't be afraid to take it down inside. But he said, remember what we said in practice. You got to give him a head fake, a pump fake. You got to get Logie up in the air to be effective.
They lead it by 8, and they go back to the line. 2:49 remaining here in the first quarter.
You know, Ed, Coach Torgerson told me before the game, he says, we don't go to the line very much. I think we're good enough athletes. We try to avoid the contact. He said, we're going to have to play smart and keep Staples off the line because they shoot him so well. But I tell you, this young man's going to be at the line tonight because they're surrounding him when he gets the ball.
Logie has got 11 of the Tigers' 15 points. Biggest lead of the game sits at 10. Peterson, Gorton, Yeager. Yeager and Schmigdahl. Good matchup tonight. This is Klein. Up to Peterson. 2:25 remaining first quarter. Gorton. Klein, too strong. Big rebound by the guard, Zach Witt. The Tigers look almost unstoppable tonight. Both ends of the floor. Andy Tate back to Witt. They almost got 3 guys on Logie. Rebound into the corner to Klein.
The foul called on number 42, called Gordon, his third team foul. In the game for Gordon, number 54, Chris Myers.
And they go after the ball in the corner, and Gorton gets in there a little bit tight on him, gets his 3rd foul. Boy, he didn't want to do that. That was just hustle that got there, but
Wow, I'm sure he'd like to take that one back. Goes back to the Cardinals. Gorton goes out with his third foul. Beslin. Peterson left alone. Peterson. His second three-pointer. Staples can see that's their hope. Shoot the threes because they go inside and Logie just takes care of them. Quickly off the glass and down. Asmus, his first bucket tonight. Easy basket by Asmus because both guys were on Logie. Boy, they almost had three guys on Logie. Beslin needs help. Yeager working against Asmus. Yeager. We got a foul. And Yeager, he's really going to have to take over.
The foul call
It
on
must
number
feel good
20,
though to be a Morris player out there and know that if you're up tight on the guy, you can guard him plenty close. And if he gets by you, that Logie's going to be able to take care of it around the basket. Peterson working the baseline. Knocked it around. You're right, Ed. Yeager's going to have to take over because he's their most experienced player, and he's got to get the ball to their three-point shooters. Of all their players, he seems the most unaffected by this deficit in the early going. Beslin runs it up top against Zach Witt. Witt looks like a pretty good college guard down the road, too. He's a danger. Beslin, his first shot tonight won't fall. Big rebound. Jeff Boots clears it away. Talk about Morris. They put Logie 6'10" on the bench, and then comes 6'5" junior Boots. Oh, everything's dropping tonight for the Tigers. Zach Witt, almost as if the shot was an afterthought. You're so right, Ed. Everything's dropping. They're just in their rhythm. Now it's up to Staples to take them out of that rhythm some way or other. Got to remember, Morris was up by 16 points against Wheaton, and Wheaton came back and made a 2-point game out of it in the subsection. And John Tauber said he didn't know how they did it. Clean block. Yeager's shot rejected. Into the first quarter. Tigers dominate, and we'll be back. The numbers from the field. Staples, cold, 3 of 14. Logie, for the Tigers, has got 11 points, and he has hit 4 of 5 from the field. Morris has its biggest lead of the game at 12, and they went on a 5-0 run to end the quarter. Points in the paint, Morris, 12 of their 20 have come in the paint. That tells a pretty ominous story for the Cardinals as we start the second quarter, and here comes Zach Witt. Witt all the way to the iron. What a great steal and what a great move at the other end. This kid can really play basketball. He has got North Central written all over him. He's got still years to develop. He's a good one. Notice that when Lynn Peterson at the quarter, he came out with the same play that they used out of the timeout to try to get the three for Trevor on the weak side. It just didn't go because the pass was a little off. Beslin couldn't handle the pass. Tigers again. Cross court, near side, Klein. Schmigdahl. That taken away by Peterson off the errant pass. Peterson for three. Peterson trying to catch fire. He's hit 3 3-pointers tonight. He's keeping him in the game. He's keeping him in the game with his threes. 9 of the Staples 11 points here. Up top, Klein will pass it up to Witt. They're really overloading on that zone, but Logie still finds a way. The comparisons are being made early in his career. Is he another Mark Olberding? He sure looks like it. He uses the glass so well. You know, to get kids to use the glass, you remember John Wood in UCLA, that's what they had to do to play for him, and this is what this kid does. It gives your percentage so much, ups your percentage inside so much. Higher in the ball game now for the Cardinals. This is Yeager. Yeager off balance, can't make it go. Tipped out to Peterson, has to adjust his shot over Logie. Higher on the putback, and that is the best Staples has looked on the boards tonight.
Good rebound by Higher.
Witt, Schmigdahl, he knows where Logie is, and look at him, there's that basket. Oh, unbelievable.
Incredible shot, Ed. He was way behind the basket.
Logie, have you ever seen a sophomore come to a tournament with so much attention and produce so much?
I think he remembers last year when he was a freshman. Yeah, Staples got him good, but boy, these kids were freshmen then.
Yeager's shot won't go as the Cardinals are trying to live by the three-pointer.
I was talking to our girls' track coach, and he said Logie was 6'6" high jumper last year. That's the kind of athlete he is.
Wow. Witt, look out! He's in double figures, and Morris is running away with it.
Don't worry, Ed. This is going to be a ball game yet. I really am thoroughly convinced because Staples got so much experience out there. They'll just keep on until they drop in some threes.
Yeager fouled inside. Dana Mock, what can the Cardinals do?
Cardinals have to keep hitting their threes. That's their only chance. Lynn Peterson said don't be afraid to take it inside, but Staples has yet to take it inside with any kind of success. They're not getting Kevin Logie in foul trouble. They're relying on that perimeter game.
Logie with 15 tonight. And Witt, another steal. Witt, Tate, fouled. That's going to be on Eric Kelly. Look at Logie's move inside, Denny.
Yeah, he had trouble handling that ball because they were all over. A great move. Great court presence to jump back out and use the board. You know, we're talking Logie, and he is a dandy. But, you know, I'm really impressed with Morris's team speed. Witt has gone to the corner and got a couple of steals. Down the floor to Tate, in for the layup. I mean, they can do a lot of things. They're a great ball club.
Andy Tate goes to the free throw line. Logie, 6 of 7 from the field tonight. And he's got 15 points. This is Andy Tate at the line.
And I might add, Ed, who wouldn't talk Logie because he's put on a fabulous show already.
He really has. We're going to be selling the Logie update at halftime if this continues. Andy Tate puts him at the 30 mark. Crunch time for the Cardinals. Yes, 4:40 remaining here in the first half, and Lynn Peterson's team is out of sync. Mark Torgerson's team seems to be in tremendous focus. Undefeated at 26-0. You may be watching the best Class A team in the state, and I know you're watching the best player in the state, Logie again.
That pass came from Witt to Boots at the high post. Boots 6'5", just went right over the top into Logie. Great play.
Well, the other 4 guys on the floor for the Tigers, they don't need any convincing as to who has to play well.
No, that's
what they've got to do.
They like their buddy.
Yeah. Eric Kelly hits the bucket. This is Andy Tate, and I think he slipped on the court. I think he lost his footing.
Yes, he did.
There's a timeout on the floor. The Morris Tigers certainly off to a fabulous start, and we'll be back. Inside scoring tonight, Morris 18, Staples 2. And the backcourt continues to be a story. You like their team speed, don't you, Coach?
Oh, do I? You see that that steal by Logie and just outruns everybody down the floor. There's, you know, I mean, by Witt. I tell you what, they've got a great team.
And Witt is 4 for 4 from the field. 2 of 2 on three-pointers tonight. He's got 10. Logie 7 of 8. This shooting percentage by the big guns is just incredible.
Team speed, team quickness. Staples is having a hard time passing the ball without Morris getting her hands on it.
Yeager will work against Schmigdahl. Out to Peterson. Kelly looking for a shot, adjusting and following through. Eric Kelly, his second bucket tonight.
He's a good-looking freshman, isn't he, Ed?
Notice the Cardinals haven't gotten any fast break buckets because of this high shooting percentage that Morris has come up with. The opportunity hasn't been there. Andy Tate for three. Yeager, a rare rebound here.
Tate in one game this year, Ed, hit 7 straight three-pointers.
Wow. Tell you what's happening here, Coach. Just contact away from the ball. These kids are fighting. They're getting after
Playing
it.
great defense.
Peterson, he traveled.
And that was just a great defensive play because he went down on the baseline and he got doubled up down there.
Number 20, Jeff Klein.
Klein checks in for the Tigers.
I like Staples' spirit, though, boy. I'll tell you, they keep going after it, and that's what you have to do.
4 team fouls for each team. Klein, Witt, and Morris has just enough outside shooting to make Logie that much more effective. Schmigdahl can't get it to go, and Yeager brings it across the midcourt line, and Staples on a 5-0 run here, trying to get back into this thing, trailing 32-18. Kelly, Logie above the rim to Witt.
And the zone has changed the tempo of the game. Len put his kids in the zone, and Morris tends to stand. That's what you do against zone. Now there's a great play. There's a great play. They got some movement there. When he went into the free throw line at the high post and got a great pass. Watch, he cuts into the high post. Now he gets the pass. Now he dishes it down low. You can't stop that. That's great basketball.
Well, also look at it again if we can see that replay. Watch Logie's hands and how well he adjusts to the ball. He's got great dexterity. See that?
Yes, he does.
He didn't have full control and still got a good shot off.
Just like that other bucket underneath there. The pass was off a little. Look at this speed.
Witt behind the back to the bucket and down.
I don't know how many steals he's got already, but I'll tell you what, he's got 3-4.
A year ago in the semis, the Tigers embarrassed by the Cardinals, and we've got a sprained ankle. Trevor Peterson is down. He sprained his ankle. I believe he stepped on another player's foot, and he is down, and that is going to really hurt. Is it his knee or his ankle? I thought it was his ankle.
Let's hope it's not serious, because there's nothing worse than a kid get injured so they can't play. It's so detrimental to the team, and it's so tough on the kid. And I hope it's not so serious that he's not going to be able to play.
Needless to say, it is his ankle.
Doesn't look good, Ed.
Those are painful, aren't they?
Gary Knopf just came over and said ankle, and I tell you what, now, they are painful, and if you can't, it's tough to play on.
Dana Mock, our best look at it.
It happened right in front in the corner. He was working the baseline trying to fight through a pick, and I don't know if he stepped on someone's foot and turned his ankle, if he got bumped on the knee, but so far he has not moved, and they are not checking out any part of his legs.
Those are painful, and it will be damaging to the Cardinals' chances of getting back into this thing trailing by 17. Let's take another look at the replay, and I think we can see from another angle the injury. To the right of your screen coming up. There's his body given out. He must have stepped on somebody's foot, Denny.
Yes, he did, and that's tough. That's real tough luck. And then he kind of just crawled and limped over to the sideline there. We'll see if it comes back. He's not walking too bad on it right now, Ed. So they get it taped up a little bit, and maybe he's going to be able to play.
Peterson 9 points to lead Staples, so trailing by 17. Their leading scorer with a sprained ankle. It's all of a sudden turned into what we thought was going to be a buzzer beater. Now it's David and Goliath, and we're not even at halftime. And that's Goliath. And that's Kevin Logie.
Either hand, left or right.
Logie with 22 points on the night. He is 9 of 10 from the field. Unbelievable. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Yeager trying to get his team back in it. Witt controls it. Nice pass. Another Morris bucket. Off the hands of Jeff Klein.
What a play by Witt. What a great rebound. He went up high to get it, took a power dribble out of there, and took a look down floor and drilled the pass.
All you can do is sit back and appreciate the execution of this Morris basketball team. They're sharp on both ends of the floor.
It seems that every kid is saying, hey, I can do it, and they're just executing beautifully.
Yeager, a three-pointer. He's got 5 in this first half with 36 seconds remaining. It's been an avalanche in the Cardinal camp. Mark Torgerson, he's got to be pinching himself right now, the head coach of the Morris Tigers. This has got to be one of the best halves of basketball that his team has played all year. Keep in mind, Staples is 22-4, and they lost 3 of those 4 games to AA competition in Minnesota. We may be watching the state champions right here.
If they played like this all the time, there's no doubt in my mind.
Witt off balance, won't go. That's the end of the first half. Tigers dominate, 41-23.
We got a foul out there on Jason Osmus right at the end over the back, but it wasn't a one-on-one situation, so all it is chalked up as a foul to him, Ed.
Mark Torgerson, his basketball team in total control, leading 41-23. We're at halftime. Let's go to Dana Mock. He's with the head coach of the Tigers.
I don't think you thought you'd be up by 18 at halftime, did you?
No, but we've been up by 18 at halftime before. We know we got a good team here in the second half to face, so we got to keep with a good defense. We gave up a couple offensive rebounds, but we had a good half. We got to come out and play that hard again the second half. I mean, things went our way. They're going to fight and scratch because they always do, so we'll still keep going hard in the second half. We really need to.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks.
We're at halftime. 41-23. The Tigers lead the Cardinals in the Section 6A championship game. The Tigers out and running to an 18-point advantage. They seem almost unstoppable. When we come back in just a moment, a look back, a decade of coverage here at the Cobber Fieldhouse on WDAY. Stay with us.
It was a decade ago, WDAY Television Sports came across the river to the Cobber Fieldhouse and joined forces with Minnesota tournament basketball. Little did we know what a tradition it would become. The excitement, the anticipation, the crowning of champions, and the heartbreak. Through the run of more than 60 games, it's hard to forget the memories, the faces, the drama, the overtimes, and the fantastic finishes.
ball game tonight. Keep that in mind. Keep those heads up. Be proud of what you've got. Hey, that's right. You're right. We're coming back next year.
Ice is it for the Vikings. Peterson, yes. No timeout. That's it. Pelican wins. The Vikings are going to the state tournament. Turcotte, we're down to 6 seconds. Dice has got to do something. He gets a pick. He can win it with a 3. It's over.
What a ball game.
Back in Concordia, the Section 6A championship being decided here tonight. The Section 8A championship is being decided in Crookston. And tomorrow in St. Cloud, the Section 8 AA championship will be decided between the Moorhead Spurs and Little Falls. Not very long ago, Moorhead beat Little Falls by 27 points. Chuck Goldrick says despite a state tournament spot on the line, his club will not take Little Falls lightly. Chuck, everyone is talking that you should really handle this basketball team. How big a concern is that for you and your basketball team?
Well, I think our guys are going to be ready to play. You know, it's a big basketball game, and regular season is regular season. And even though it was pretty recent, we had a good game, and you know, we're just going to try to concentrate and repeat that type of performance, and that's all we can do.
They're going to be ready, aren't they, because of that regular season game?
Well, I'm sure they will be, and they've got some real nice players, and we were able to get on them early, and you know, the ball went our way that night, and you know, hopefully we're going to be able to make some plays for ourselves tomorrow and go out and have a good basketball game and get to the state tournament.
Have you reached that next level that every coach wants in the second season?
Well, I've surely been pleased with what I've seen. You know, we were really challenged Tuesday night against Fergus Falls. They came at us and with everything they had, and we fought off a lot of real big-time surges. So, you know, I've really been pleased, and our first tournament game was excellent. I mean, our guys were really ready to play. They were relaxed. They went out and just played really good basketball, and that's what we're going to try to do tomorrow.
And we'll be back with the second half after this.
Live at the Cobber Fieldhouse. Ed Schultz along with Denny Anderson and Dana Mock. We start the second half. The Tigers out in front of the Staples Cardinals 41-23. Inside scoring has been a huge story here in the first half. Morris, 26 points in the paint. Staples only 4. Peterson leading Staples with 9 points, and Denny, that's got to be a big question for them. Is he going to be able to play this second half?
Oh, definitely. He's a prime player, and he shoots the threes, and of course, he showed it tonight again. He's hit 3 of them already, you know, so they need him. They need him badly.
Morris opened the game with an 8-0 run. They have held the lead throughout. Their biggest lead, 21 points. Logie, the story, 9 of 10 from the field. 22 points in the first half. Kevin Logie, only a sophomore. Remember the name. They deny him right away. And Yeager. And we've got a whistle away from the action. And there might be some moisture. I think the officiating in this tournament really has been exceptional.
Yes, it has. They've really done a job. And I tell you, in a game like this, where there's some flow and when a team is hitting like that, it's a lot easier to officiate too. But they've really done a nice job. I noticed that Lynn's got Yeager coming down and fronting Logie down there off that zone. So we'll see if that's able to keep him from the ball.
Trevor Peterson.
Last time.
And over the top goes Kelly scores first for the Cardinals to start the second half, and Trevor Peterson is out there hobbling at that guard position as they go to a zone.
He's a little ginger on it, but he's playing.
Got to. He's a senior. Shot no good that time by Asmus, and it comes off to Blaine Yeager. Things are going Staples' way because that's the way Lynn has designed that defense. And first 2 times down, it's worked. Witt with the pick and the bucket. He is something else. One of the finest guards we have seen in this tournament in 10 years. Dana, wouldn't you say?
Oh, the way he handles that ball, it's almost an extension of his arm and his hands.
Oh, I'm impressed with his quickness yet.
Well, Yeager had an angle on him to get a piece of that ball, and he snuck it up there underneath. Kelly to Yeager. Yeager and Asmus having quite a battle. Besslin shot, and it falls. His first bucket tonight, and the first 4 of the second half scored by the Cardinals.
Staples got their starting lineup back in there right now, and that's helping them out, of course.
Asmus, and we've got a 3-second call. Logie not going to get away with everything tonight.
Things are going Staples' way right now.
Well, this is a good start. They need a good start to have a chance.
Well, they're good athletes. They're a good team, and they certainly were not going to keep playing the way they did that first half.
And
I figured they'd change up.
I think we can profoundly state that they are an experienced team. If they had not had to experience the big lights, they wouldn't be in this thing.
That's exactly right.
The way they are. They're going for everything. Yeager can't make it go. Zach Witt.
High in the air for that one, Ed. High in the air.
Golden opportunity missed by the Cardinals, and answering right back is Jeff Klein. Klein, a 3-pointer.
That's what a good team does. It makes you pay.
Yeager. Gorton has Peterson. Oh, rejected as he reversed, and Logie says, get that stuff out of here.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this passing. On the end of it, Asmus. You can't run a high school fast break any better than that. And Lynn Peterson knows it. The Tigers, so driven, taking it to another level. Look at this break. Peterson does a nice job of changing his hands.
Yes, he does. And Logie kind of stepped aside a little bit and got the block, and they come down. And I love passing, and I love fast break basketball. I love this, let me tell you. Look at that. Just great passing.
From Witt to Asmus, another bucket in front of a packed house, and we'll be back. Back to live action with 5:04 remaining here in the third quarter. Crunch time for the Cardinals, trailing 48-27. Morris, 3 of 4 from the field in the second half. Staples, 2 of 5. That's block number 4 for Kevin Logie. He has absolutely dominated this ball game tonight. Witt onto the wing to Klein. All 6 of Morris's players that have seen action have scored tonight. Their biggest lead at 21, and a good defensive series here for the Cardinals to deny Logie the ball.
About the only thing they can do is just what they did right there. Try throwing him in there with somebody and have somebody behind him, and they were able to knock it loose.
Gorton has not been effective at all tonight, Denny. They've really taken him out of his game.
Yeah, it's pretty tough for a 6'5" kid to go against this guy. He's so quick. So and Gorton takes the ball to the bucket, but when he does, the ball is rejected usually.
Gorton drives on him that time, and Logie picks up the foul.
Gorton's a confident kid. I mean, he's not backing off, you know, even though he is intimidated some in there, which you're bound to be. You're going to change your shot and things, but he's still going to the basket with it.
You know, and I think that we've got to point out that this kid, a sophomore, Logie, what a job Mark Torgerson has done is teaching this kid defense. You know, he really works on the defensive end.
Exactly. Really. Coach Torgerson was telling me before the game, he says he's got a lot to learn, but we're still working on him. You know, it doesn't look to me like he's got too much to learn. He's really playing.
Gorton, 0 for 4 at the line tonight, and he has not scored. Beslin to Peterson. Staples has got to hurry some shots here. Yeager to Peterson for 3. Brick, Witt, rebounds it. Here come the Tigers. Oh, everybody's in on the action. That's Jeff Boots. And a beautiful pass from Zach Witt.
Again, Witt went on the board high down here and then took it all the way down and made a great pass.
Off Logie's hands, it will stay with the Cardinals.
You can just see that Staples is
A step quicker.
Well, what's happening is Staples has to they got to take the second look at every pass because they're afraid they're going to get knocked away. Yes, Morris is playing a step quicker tonight.
Adjusting his shot again. Gorton trying to get physical inside. And Morris is going to milk the clock a little bit. Or they're going to spread it out. We're inside the 3-minute mark in the third. He walked.
Now, coach is trying to get him to be a little patient, but I doubt if he's going to want to pull it out at this time of the game.
And the
especially when
trend,
things are going so well for him.
the trend continues. Staples has missed the last 5 shots they've taken. Morris has made the last 4. Kelly to Beslin. And Beslin answers with a 3. Well, they cut it to 20 with 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Realistically, as well as the Tigers handle the ball, this one should be over. But you never know. Andy Tate up top for the Tigers. Logie, look at him use the glass. Doesn't get it this time. Yeager clears it away for the Cardinals. Kelly, back to Yeager. Kelly, he's fouled from behind. That'll be the second team foul on Morris.
You notice Staples coming in here now, and they're picking away. They're down picking on the weak side to get the 3. Beslin hit that one, the one right before that, and this time Yeager drives and then dishes back out to try to get him the 3. So they're going after the 3s.
And the free throw is down by Eric Kelly, who has got 7 points on the night. That last missed shot was the first miss for Logie since he missed the 4th shot of the game for Morris. That's the kind of night he's had.
Just unbelievable.
2 free throws by Eric Kelly, and a nice denial by Yeager, and a foul on Andy Tate over the back of Peterson.
The Staples defense with Yeager fronting him is working. He's coming from the point to get him. And he's doing the job.
Down to a minute 45 remaining in the third quarter. Peterson. Staples on a 5-0 run. Staples on an 8-0 run as Yeager cuts it to 15. Nice little run here by the Cardinals.
Cardinals are very patient right now, and that's getting it done for them.
Andy Tate on the wing. Back to Zach Witt. Inside to Logie. Triple teamed. It didn't matter. He took it. Eric Kelly clears it away. A chance to finish with a 10 or an 11-point run here in the third quarter. Yeager into the corner. Peterson can't save it. Oh, it's off the foot of Andy Tate. It will stay with the Cardinals.
The pass went high, but what a great effort by Peterson. wheeled it back in and knocked it off tape.
Logie's going to sit down for the first time tonight with 1 minute remaining in the third. Boots in the ball game. We got a foul. That's going to be on Andy Tate, pushing off on Trevor Peterson, and that'll be the 4th team foul on the Tigers, and Staples has yet to pick up a foul. Those are big. You get them in the bonus early in the 4th quarter, you never know.
Oh, Ed, the way Staples shoots free throws, they are tremendous.
Kelly puts it in play to Yeager. Down to 55 seconds remaining in the quarter. Yeager, his shot is a brick. And it comes off the Klein. He gets it out to Zach Witt. Staples has not been within 13 points since they trailed 26-13. And they've cut it now to 15 as we're in the waning moments of the 3rd quarter.
Morris is going to go for one, Ed.
Zach Witt, loose ball. He's out of bounds. It'll go to the Cardinals. Well, Zach Witt, I'd recruit him.
Yeah, he's a real hustler, isn't he?
Peterson, near side to Beslan. That's a mismatch. Witt probably won't give him a shot. Yeager. Peterson for 3. Big rebound. Comes off to Asmus. And we got a double dribble. And you can only question, is it starting to unravel, even though it's a 15-point advantage for the Tigers? The last 2 minutes has been their worst basketball tonight.
Well, definitely they've gone into a lull. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if we could expect them to keep playing the way they were at.
Logie on the bench. They look like a different team.
Oh, yeah.
Peterson for 3. Yes! At the end of the quarter, they draw within 12. Staples ends the quarter on an 11-0 run and cuts the lead to 12. Stay tuned. You're watching the Section 6A championship game on Channel 6. Kevin Logie sat the bench the final moments of the 3rd quarter. It really is the only mistake the Tigers have made all night. It has been a different half for Logie. And all of a sudden, the Cardinals with the ball to start the 4th quarter on an 11-0 run. They're in it. Quickly going back to the boards, and a loose ball, and it's going to go to the Cardinals. It's off Zach Witt. It was a 23-point lead for the Tigers. Then it was a timeout for Lynn Peterson. His team then went on an 11-0 run, and now they draw within 12, 50-38. We're down to 7:35 remaining of the ball game. Trevor Peterson has got a sprained ankle. He's got the ball, but he's still playing. Gorton has been botched up by Logie all night, and so has Blaine Yeager until now. It's down to 10.
Oldest playing basketball, Ed, the screen and roll. Coach is going to get a timeout.
And that's a good timeout because it's starting to unravel. 7:09 remaining. It's a 10-point game. Stay with us. Staples slowly turning this thing around. Yeager inside, and Logie looks a little tired there, Denny.
Well, I don't think he expected that little play on the other side. It happened real quick like, and Kelly, the young freshman, gave Yeager a real nice pass in there on that screen and roll.
Staples 3 of 5 from three-point range. Logie 0 for 2 from the field for Morris in the second half. Cardinals on a 13-0 run. Lynn Peterson showing his experience as a coach. His team down, but not out of it. His son Trevor won't go. Gorton in traffic, rejected. Yeager rejected and fouled by Logie. The Cardinals are showing incredible resilience. Yeager's going to give him a pump fake in there that gets him up a little bit and then takes it right into him, which that's what you have to do to the big guys. You got to take it into their body. Dana Mock in the huddle. What was said at the quarter break?
Ed and Danny, the Morris Tigers admitted they have lost momentum, but certainly not the basketball game. They stressed, let's play together, let's play hard. Defense and rebounding will win this game. Mark Torgerson said if we get a chance, let's push it up the floor and run a little bit.
Yeager, hands two. It's a 15-point run. Logie denied. This could be their first fast break bucket of the night. No, return Yeager, yes. Oh my, a 17-point run. It's a 6-point game. I don't believe it. And the Tigers come right back with Asmus. Wet stuck his nose in there and made an easy basket out of it. I'll tell you, Yeager really followed down there nice. He's an excellent player. Gets a lot of offensive rebounds and got that last basket for Staples. Yeager taking it to the hole every time and drawing the foul. Blaine Yeager is the difference in this comeback for the Cardinals. And Mark Torgerson knows it. Coach Torgerson said, we don't get many fouls on us. We don't get many fouls called against us, and here we are, 6 fouls on Morris and none on Staples. It's a 17-2 run. Yeager can't distract him. Again, he hits 4 in a row from the line. Morris has sent the student body over there. It's adding to the tradition. It's going to be an incredible finish. Loose ball. It's going to the Cardinals.
For the Tigers, number 10.
10 years of primetime coverage. It's almost as if they've saved the best for the 10th annual. Great game, Ed. Nice feed. Yeager! Oh, they're playing like it's the summertime, 90 degrees. No pressure, having fun. It's a clinic. But wait a minute, it's tournament time. The old two-man game, screen and roll. The second time Yeager's got a layup off that. It's down to 3 points. The Morris lead has quickly evaporated from 23 down to 3. Nice pass. Foul inside. And Logie will go to the line.
The foul called on number 22, Eric Kelly, his second.
Tate goes to his right, pushes it back to the left to Logie. Logie goes up and gets fouled. Blaine Yeager has exploded for 22 points. Kevin Logie. Logie looks a little tired right now, Ed. Well, he should be with the great first half he had. Dana, it's a tale of two cities for Logie, one half to the second half.
I was just trying to remember the last time he scored prior to that free throw, but what Morris has got to do the last 5 minutes is make sure they try and get quality shots and go inside to Kevin Logie.
Yeager. It'll stay with the Cardinals. We have 4:49 remaining. 53-48. A 5-point game. A serious shift in momentum. Yeager in traffic, rejected. He'll put it back. Yeager again, he's fouled. I don't believe it.
The foul called on
effort. He always has been a strong offensive rebounder.
They call it the best tournament in the state of Minnesota. And when you see replays in a motion like that, how can you argue? 4:42 remaining. It's a three-point game. And we'll be back. Oh.
Yeager put in 3 efforts in that one.
It's a 23-3 run. Yeager. First it was Logie, and now it's Yeager. He has stolen the show. Have you ever?
Oh, it's great basketball, Ed. I'll tell you, Staples has really upped their game, but don't count Morris. I'll tell you, they'll be in there tough.
Andy Tate. It comes off to Peterson.
You got to make those shots, though, when you're wide open.
They can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Yeager, the go-to man. He'll go for the lead. Gordon is fouled. That's on Zach Witt. Mark Torgerson, he's tried everything. He's gone inside to Logie. He's called timeout.
He's got another one now. He's got another one now, and I tell you, Kelly got that rebound on the weak side over here, and he's fouled, and he's a tremendous free throw shooter.
4:06 remaining in the ball game. It was at 23, and now it's down to 2, and we'll be back.
If you want a low-price lawn tractor with a future, stop by Clay Becker Implement, your John Deere dealer. Now during deer season, check out the new John Deere STX 38 with a 12.5 horsepower, high-torque engine and 5-speed on-the-go shift. The STX 38 starts at under $2,000. Clay Becker Implement has the parts and experienced service personnel to take care of all your John Deere equipment. Clay Becker Implement has all your lawn and garden needs. Clay Becker Implement, just off Highway 10, is your local John Deere dealer in Hawley.
State Bank of Hawley and all our friends and neighbors proudly support our district basketball teams. Now with our new office location in South Moorhead, State Bank customers include neighbors from all over the region who enjoy our convenience and full service. Teamwork creates success on the basketball court and in the State Bank lobby. So when you're ready for a reliable financial team, come to State Bank of Hawley. Neighbors you can count on since 1892. In Hawley and next to Sell and Pontiac on 30th Avenue in South Moorhead.
A lot of moves, you got to stay with your feet first. Don't reach. Zach's got him out, you guys match up. Go. Everybody's scrambling now. We're back in the ball game. Let's go. Go now, come on. Go. You guys got to want it.
Logie with 23 points. Yeager with 23 points. The excitement, the noise factor, the drama. It has all heightened the anticipation on how this one will unfold. The numbers are staggering. It's a tale of 2 cities.
Turnovers, Morris 2 the first half, 6 the second. Staples 7 the first half, 1 the second half. Coaches put Witt on Yeager for the rest of the game.
Staples trailed 2-0. And that's as close as they've been to this point. Witt. Offense. Cardinals get it.
Witt has got so much athletic ability that sometimes he just leaps in the air trying to go to the top of people. That time he did it.
Yeager. He got the charge. And it was Yeager a year ago who missed the shot that could have won it for Staples. It said it was his fault and it wouldn't happen again. And they'd be back again this year. And here they are with 3:40 to go, a 2-point game.
It's going to be interesting to see what Morris does with the ball this time.
This is a crucial possession. They know where to go. Three-point play opportunity for Logie. Ed, was it my imagination that Logie went up about a foot higher on that one than he has been? He really gets up in the air. Look at this. I mean, he is dumping it down. But he doesn't put the ball on the floor. That's great coaching. You bet. It's his first field goal of the second half. And it couldn't come at a more crucial time.
That free throw bounced around a little. Logie was shaking his head when he went across the timeline.
Chris Heyer comes in the ball game. Gorton sits down. 3:28 remaining.
Hasn't Staples shown some intestinal fortitude here, Ed?
Incredible character. They are champions. Peterson. What tremendous heart he has shown us tonight. A severely sprained ankle. He comes back after halftime. Yeager, nice pass down to Beslin. He needs help. Yeager in traffic. Oh, it's got everything falling.
What a shot that was. High off the glass.
It's almost as if he threw it up there because he knew if he shot it regularly, conventionally, he would have gotten rejected.
You're right.
We got to travel. And it's going to go back to the Cardinals. 2:37 to go. It's a three-point game. This is the kind of stuff we've been talking about for 10 years. And this one is adding to the tradition. Yeager can tie it.
He had a nice shot. He had a good open shot, and didn't Logie go up in the air for that one?
That'll be on Heyer, and that'll be the third team foul on Morris.
The foul called on number 54, Chris Heyer, his third team foul.
Staples has been able to save their fouls because of playing that zone.
Schmigdahl won't go. Rebound, Yeager. Up to Peterson. They can tie it with a three. We're at the 2-minute mark and counting. Kelly needs help. Back to Peterson. Beslin. It's going to the Tigers.
Look at that great hustle out of both teams. Three guys were going for the ball over there. Kelly tried to save it back, but couldn't quite get it. Look at this hustle. Three guys.
There's a timeout on the floor. It's a three-point game. The Cardinals giving it all they got, and we'll be back.
You're as rooted to this piece of earth as the trees beside you. The land, it holds a farm family together. So when they said, Mom and Dad, would you help us get started? You found a way. You turned to people who understand what land means. And now the dream begins again. Norwest, our commitment is deep and strong.
Prom.
You'll find an incredible prom dress and the perfect tux to match at the Bridal Shop 2 Formal Wear, your 1994 prom headquarters. Choose from over 500 prom dresses in all sizes and styles, as seen in your prom and 17. And don't forget their exclusive prom registry. Choose that perfect prom dress and tux to match from the largest selection in the area. The only place to shop for prom dresses and tuxedos. The Bridal Shop 2 Formal Wear, downtown Fargo.
Blaine Yeager, 27 points. 20 points in the second half. Kevin Logie for the Tigers, 26 points. 4 in the second half.
You know, Ed, both of those guys are really scoring, but you know, their defense has been the biggest thing in this game. Second half here, Morris has only got 13 points, and Yeager has been usually fronting Logie. They're in a man-to-man now, the Staples Cardinals.
Andy Tate looking inside. Zach Witt in traffic, rejected, foul. He's going to shoot two, Ed. There he goes down the baseline, goes up in the air, and they just sandwiched him. They got all of them. Teslin on the foul, and so with 1:36 remaining, Zach Witt. Witt, his first free throw tonight. 74% shooter. This will have to be a quick possession for the Cardinals. They're down by 5. 90 ticks on the clock. Well, one of the things they got going for them is they got 4 3-point shooters out there. Yeager, and he's fouled by Witt. Wow, it's physical out there. It is. Witt was all over Yeager. Gutsy player. He was so close to another steal, but he didn't quite get it, and Yeager was smart enough to put the clamps on his arm. Both these teams deserving of the berth to the state tournament. Blaine Yeager, 75% shooter from the line. That's great shooting. He leaves the door open for the Cardinals, but now this is a crucial offensive possession for the Morris Tigers. They lead by 3. Witt to Andy Tate. Back to Witt. They're doubling up on Logie. Higher fouls Logie. Trying to hang on to him in there, a little too physical. Wrapped his arm around him. And Logie was spinning out of the contact, and that's when Higher gave him the push. That'll be the 15th foul. They won't shoot. Andy Tate. We're down to 1 minute remaining of the ball game. The Tigers, almost lost it. The Cardinals trying to strip the ball, trailing by 3. Witt over to Andy Tate. They've got a foul to give yet, and there's one of them.
He's only made one bad. Yeah, 34. 34. Okay, but now listen. Anybody else, your man has the ball here within about the next 5 seconds. Well, now, right now, your man gets the ball. You go for the steal. Yep. Or Logie. That's the 2 guys you want to foul. Okay, now the rest of you guys, if I go 5th, that's kind of what we're in now. Okay, 5th. That means we're trying to force back doors a little bit, so we got to cover up. If I go double 5th,
and run the flex. Now remember the flex, guys. We're going to go 2 guard, all right?
Stay off the playing surface at the conclusion of the game.
Yep. Corey, you're right here. Okay? If the pass comes here, that's fine. So go through, come out. They're going to double team from away. As soon as the ball, you start dribbling, the other guy's going to come and trap. They got a foul to give, so they're going to come after you hard. Like I said, protect the ball. You've got a 3-point lead. You don't need to shoot.
Maybe yeah, we'll see. Let's just see if I want a timeout if we score. We only got one.
Let's try it now. Go.
Okay. Go.
Listen. There's a lot of things that can happen, Denny, in the final 45 seconds. Crucial possession for the Tigers. They lead by 3. The coaches are really coaching in their huddle, but you know what it gets down to? Who's going to make the judgment on the floor and what happens there?
Witt to Andy Tate. They're going for the steal. It's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Tigers. Down to 34 seconds.
Coach Torgerson had mentioned about that. You dribble down there, they're going to trap you, and that's just exactly what Tate ran into.
Timeout, Morris. Klein couldn't get it in and fast.
That was a smart move by Klein because he was going to run out of time. Good thinking. Smart move.
If you just joined us, 34 seconds remaining in the game. The Morris Tigers, undefeated at 26-0, led by 23 points. But this man's team, Lynn Peterson, they came storming back on a 28-8 run.
Grab him, just like that. You don't have to knock him, man, to grab him like that. Let him go to the line with no time off the clock. All right, now listen. We'll come down on the passing game special. All right, we don't have to force up the three. Okay, they took the timeout, so I still got a timeout. Okay? I don't know. I don't think so. No, let's just... Yeah, okay? When you get 34, get to the line, look to get a good box shot on the board, and then let's get...
I think Corey will be wide open coming over. Corey will be wide open. All right, get Zach right away. Go. Come on, do it.
Kenny, for a coach who led by 23 and it's evaporated on a 28-8 run, I'd say Mark Torgerson is remarkably cool.
I'll tell you, he's tried everything. He tried everything, and he just got it stopped. The bleeding stopped, I think, in time. Now it's anyone's game, but there for a while it looked like Staples going to go right by him.
Jeff Klein will put it in play. 34 seconds remaining. Electricity in the air here at the Cobber Fieldhouse. Klein gets it into Zach Witt. They've got a foul to give. There's Logie. Peterson is fouled. He'll go to the line with 21 seconds to go, trailing by 5.
Beautiful executed play off that timeout. They go to Witt. He goes to the high post. Schmigdal goes in, gives it to Logie, and bingo. You can't miss those when you're putting them down from there.
And Trevor Peterson, with 21 seconds remaining, will go to the line, shooting 2. And Staples is 9 of 14 from the free throw line tonight. Peterson.
For you kids out there that are going to watch somebody shoot free throws, watch Trevor Peterson with that gooseneck. Woody Blazing used to say, put your hand in a cookie jar.
Peterson, down by 4, cuts it to 3. And a quick foul. That's going to be a 1-and-1 situation. The foul's on Yeager. So it's a 3-point game, and really that's all the Cardinals could do without taking time off the clock, put them at the line, and hope that the Tigers miss the front end.
Exactly. They talked it over in the huddle. I heard them say foul number 34. This young man's a sophomore. He's a good shooter. Schmigdal has a 61% from the free throw line, which isn't as good as some of the other kids, but that's still a creditable free throw percentage.
Schmigdal. Oh, big rebound. The door is open for the Cardinals with 17 seconds left, down by 3. They've got a chance to tie it. Peterson working against Klein. This is Beslan. They've got to do something. Oh, that's it. Big steal. Tigers win. Oh. defense. They played a tight man-to-man all night.
Exactly, Ed. I was going to say this is going to be defense against Staples three-point shooting, and Schmigel picked off that pass, went to the floor, and slammed it home.
Schmigel misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Gorton boards it. Yeager had it, gave it up. They start the break. It's down to 15 seconds. They can tie it with a three.
And here comes Trevor down, and they're playing defense on him, and Morris is capable of playing good man-to-man. He's going to kick it over to Beslan here. And
nobody came out to give him a pick.
No. Now Beslan's got the ball, and he's looking for someone. Tate gives a shot at trying to get the steal. Now Beslan's got to pass across court, and that's when Schmigel picked it off.
Schmigel, who had missed the front end of a 1-and-1, had the presence and the intensity to come back and give a great defensive series.
And there was team speed again, Ed. He flew down the floor, went high in the air, and jammed the ball.
Dana Mock at courtside. We've had some incredible finishes, but this one is right up there.
So incredible because Morris had such a big lead, I think maybe some people tuned this baby off. They're the big losers in this game.
Game's over. The Morris Tigers are going to the State A tournament. They are the Section 6A champions. By the Staples Cardinals to battle back, being down by 23. Two players who have given it all to Lynn Peterson's basketball program in recent years. But for the fourth straight year, the Cardinals are denied a trip to the state tournament. It's the upstart and undefeated Mark Torgerson-led Morris Tigers that will represent Section 6 at the state tournament next week. An incredible rally by Staples falls short as the Tigers win it 62-57. Let's go to Dana Mock.
I think this is the first time in our 10 years that we've had two dunks in the game. That's big-time basketball.
By the highest standards of sportsmanship, ethical conduct, and moral character. This year's Region 6.
Here's the final play. A great defensive play by the Tigers and Schmigel.
Right. Tate was putting so much pressure on the ball that when it went across, Schmigel just picked it off and goes down and jams it.
And he wasn't happy with the layup. He wanted to hang on the iron under the big lights in prime time. And that play will send Morris to the state tournament.
A member of the Region 6A committee who presents Jason with the certificate of medal at this time. Jason Lakewood will now enter state competition. Congratulations and good luck. Now, presenting the medals in the third and second place, Region 6A championship game, Dennis Ripke, superintendent of Forest Area High School.
Let's go to Dana Mock with the winning coach at 27-0, Mark Torgerson.
Mark Torgerson, how do you put this baby into words?
Boy, we never have an easy game, but boy, I'm really proud of my kids. They always find a way to win, and the last two baskets were kind of exclamation points on our season, because we've had to find a way all the time to get the movement going in the second half. We had the same deal in our district game and lost the lead. We hung in a little bit better, but boy, they did a nice job to come back. You got to give them all the credit. They took Kevin out of the game in the second half. We stood around and we really made some mental mistakes, and the kids, to their credit, maybe the lead was big enough to keep us going. But I don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless. I know that the kids really deserve the credit. My assistant coaches deserve a lot of credit too, so I'm just really thankful right now, Dana.
Your kids looked at this game a year ago and they pointed to this. This is the one they wanted. That's the team they wanted.
I really think maybe that had something to do at the end. They played so many close games. We found an answer. Maybe that's what happened at the end. We found another answer. We played a little bit different. We couldn't put our other post in because they were too quick, so we had a kid playing post, Corey Schmigdahl, who ended up getting the big steal at the end of the game to ice it. So you got to be a little lucky too, Dana. I'm just, like I said, I'm really proud of my kids, and we're hopefully going to go down to the state tournament now and represent this section, and we're not going down there to lose.
It's been a while since this section has done something.
I think Morris, 1980, our subsection, is the last team that's went to the state, so we're proud of that. We're ready to go back, and we're going to work hard next week. We're going to enjoy this tonight, though.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Kenny, what kind of a chance does this team have?
Well, you know, we saw two different teams here tonight. First half, we saw a team that would win the state tournament. The second half, we saw a team stand around a little bit, and Staples upped their game so much and took it away from them. They go down there and play, even play middle-of-the-road basketball, and they've got a good chance.
They've got a great inside-outside game, great team speed, and I think the last play by Schmigdahl exemplifies what kind of man-to-man defense they really can play when the heat's on.
Exactly, and as Dana mentioned, how many times do you watch a high school game, the last two baskets are stuffed?
You have to feel the hearts breaking in the Cardinals camp. Morris had a 23-point lead. Staples went on a 28-8 run, cutting the lead to 2, but Morris held on to the lead for the entire game, scoring 4 of the game's last 6 points to win it by 5, 62-57. And if there's an MVP of this tournament, it's got to be the youngster, Kevin Logie.
Definitely, not just his scoring, but his defense in there.
He set the tone early tonight with some big blocks that really took Staples out of sync offensively.
Definitely, and there were a lot of shots missed by Staples, not only that he didn't block, but that they were worried about him. I guess that says it all, Ed. They put their star up on the shoulder. They know who got him here.
And they know who's going to take him to the State 8 tournament. Lynn Peterson. He's at courtside with Dana Mock, and you can only respect what this man has done at Staples in his career. Dana?
Lynn Peterson, it can't get any easier. How do you console your kids after the gutty performance, the comeback they had against Morris?
Well, I don't know. There's not much you can say. We dug ourselves a deep hole. I think they were ready to cash it in a couple times. We just said keep your heads up, keep battling back. Other teams have done it. We can do it. And we had our chances, and of course, they probably had their chances to put us away. It was a great ball game. I can't fault the kids. They made a great comeback.
Logie was just unstoppable in the first half.
Well, yeah, I don't think we probably didn't play him body up on him as much as we would have liked to have done in the first half. And second half, we did that, push him out a little bit further. Then he missed a couple shots. But, there's a doggone balance that it's pretty hard just to key on him because then you leave the shooters open, too.
Lynn, your kids were so determined to break that 3-game section championship losing streak. I don't know how you pick them up after this, or yourself.
Well, I don't know. You know, it's probably tougher, a little more tougher this year, you know, when you got your own kid playing his last ball game. And him and Paul have been around for 6 years and played their hearts out in the summer and during the season. And, you know, it goes on. And, you know, it's just, I don't know what to say. You know, we come back next year.
You probably will. Congratulations on a great year, Lynn.
Thank you.
That has got to be extremely tough when your son has played for you that many years and to come this close, Denny, and never have a trip to the state tournament the last 3 years. That's a tough one.
Well, the one thing they have done is had plenty of trips to Concordia, and when he says we'll probably be back next year,
he means it.
He probably means it.
Well, Kevin Logie was the player who really made a tremendous difference in this ball game tonight and in this tournament. The young sophomore at 6'10", scoring a bunch of points tonight. Logie joins us here at courtside. 28 points. Kevin, you got off to such a tremendous start. That 23-point lead, it just evaporated. Did you guys let down at all?
We tried to come out, you know, in the third quarter. It's happened before. You know, we come out soft in the third quarter and just, you know, can't play defense. And it's just happened. That happened in the Wheaton game, too, in the subsection finals. And that's the exact same thing. We're up by 20 at halftime, and we come out slow, and they get a good lead, or come back and get a good jump on us, and nothing we can do about it.
But you knew what to do. You'd won 26 straight games, and you got that 27th one by just keeping your patience.
Right. We try to go out, just keep our cool, and play as our best of our ability, you know.
People are sitting at home right now after watching you on the tube here the last few nights, saying this guy's got incredible potential written all over him. You working hard at this game?
Oh, yeah, all year long I play. I play all year long, you know, all season long. Then now I'll start this spring playing over and down in the cities. I'll play and go to camps all year long. I don't quit.
How's this team going to do at the state tournament?
I don't know. I guess there's some tough teams. I know Big Fork and Maple River. It's going to be a heck of a state tournament. I hope we can play to our best of our ability.
Kevin Logie, go cut down the nets. You deserve it. Congratulations. Let's go to Dana Mock. He's with guard Zach Witt.
Zach, how determined was this club? The game a year ago in the semifinals, you lost to Staples by 21. How'd you use that game to prepare for this?
Like I said before, we wanted them since last year. We wanted them the whole time, and we got out to a great start, but they battled back. You got to give them credit. I mean, that was just it was a great championship game.
First half, you guys just say, let's get it into Logie. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, and then we pulled it out with like 3 minutes in the third quarter, and they played some tough man-to-man D, and got us a little rattled, but we got it back together at the end of the fourth quarter.
Well, you see a 20-some point lead evaporate. They get within 2, I believe. How'd you guys keep your composure and get it back?
It happened before. It happened in the subsection finals, and we just got it. We got to get back into the offense. We just got back into the offense, got it inside, drew some fouls.
What's it mean to this team to get to this point, win it, and be undefeated all year long?
I don't even know how to explain that. I mean, this year was supposed to be a rebuilding year, but 20 year to know, I don't know. Or 27, I don't know. 28 after the win against the Section 8 championship team, I guess.
Good luck in the Twin Cities, Zach.
Our final score here tonight, Morris 62, Staples 57. And as Kevin Logie cuts down the nets in his sophomore year, you can only wonder how many more nets he'll put in his trophy case. This closes a decade of coverage on WDAY television sports. To my old friend, Ed Thompson, the superintendent of schools in Barnesville, Minnesota, from our first meeting, oh, Eddie, we've come a long way, and we've had so much fun, and these kids have given us so many memories. The people behind the scenes who have made it happen, thanks to Dana Mock and Denny Anderson. This is Ed Schultz saying this has been a presentation of WDAY Television Sports, the sports leader in the Red River Valley. Good luck to the Morris Tigers at the State A tournament. We'll see you next year with more Minnesota primetime playoff basketball coverage. Until then, so long, everybody.